2019 Cred Chair, and I've been in the business for 14 years. Some people are surprised by that because, one, nobody heard about me. Nobody had any idea who I was until about 3 years ago. Some of that, yes, had to do with Instagram and had to do with marketing, but I think more than that, it actually had to do with me. 2008 and 9 came along. I got my license at the very end of 2005. My background's in environmental science. I was doing project management. I loved my career. I thought, wow, this is great, but I wanted, to get into real estate on the side. I had read Rich Dad Poor Dad. It trapped me. So I got into real estate, and things started moving along. And you always hear about those one-hit wonders and those people that get into the market and boom, it's amazing. That's all a fucking lie. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. That is a lie, it doesn't happen. But I started to sell some properties and I thought, hey, this is pretty awesome. 2008 hit. I was young, stupid, had never seen a recession before. And I almost didn't make it. Mentally, physically, business, personally, anything. Everything came crashing down. And that recession, that probably lasted, maybe a year for Calgary, took me a good 3 to 4 years to get out of. In 2014, I saw the writing on the wall that we were in for it again. And I had a little talk with myself. And I said, you are not going to go through this again. Because Sarah, you're not going to make it. So what did I do different? So I said there's 3 things I need to do. 1 is come up with a plan. 2 is work on myself personally. And 3 is work on myself professionally. So I put my phone down for 3 weeks. I went and did yoga teacher training. And I learned a lot about myself during those 3 weeks. And I hit the reset button during those 3 weeks. So as I'm working on myself personally, I had come up with a plan. So I set myself up. I went to a training program for business. Because those agents that are doing well and those top agents, they don't stop learning. So the fall of 2015 comes around, and it was October 15th. And I had 3 deals collapse in 1 day. And I thought, it's my time. I outran the market for a year longer than a lot of people had, but now's my time. And that's the night that some of you know that I sat down after work. It was a Friday night, and I opened a bottle of wine by myself, and I just started drinking it. It was like, well, time to open up the classifieds and see what else Sarah can do for a living. This is amazing. So I'm dancing around my apartment. I'm drinking from the bottle, super classy-like, feeling bad for myself, half crying, half laughing, somewhat maniac-like. And a girlfriend from down the hall came into my apartment, open door policy, not always a good idea, because she had heard the music, she had heard my dog barking at me because he also didn't like the way I was dancing, and she took a little film of it. And I decided it was a good time to post that online.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So 10 minutes later, I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? I have to take it down. I am not professional. People are going to see that, and what are they going to think? Well, here's what they thought. Within those 10 minutes, the number of likes went up. The number of comments went up. And it wasn't just from clients. It was from agents across all of North America. And they said, I get it. We've been there. I know what you're going through. Keep your head up. Keep going. So by this point, a few things came to mind. 1, I can't take it down now. It's getting traction. That's crazy. I didn't have one person that said, oh my God, you are an embarrassment to our industry. And I realized that every single agent that I knew had gone through the exact same thing, was going through the same thing, or would go through the same thing in the future, because we all have that going for us. But at the end of the day, I had still lost out on 3 deals. I didn't have a lot coming in, and I was panicking. And I thought, wait a minute, I've put things in place for myself to do better than the market. And so I took that one day where historically it took me 3 years to get over something like that happening, and I'm not even kidding, 3 years. 24 hours later, I was like, I got this. And that Monday morning, an agent called me from Toronto and said, I saw your post online, I totally get you. Listen, my client's moving to Calgary, here's the contact information. Now, at that time, I also decided, you know what? The market's not gonna get better, I have to do more. And so on that Monday, I also put my name forward to run for the board of directors at the Calgary Real Estate Board. So if I can do it, I am no different than any of you guys. The last 3 years of my career have been the best. Year over year, growth, improvement in sales, and yes, I'm doing more. The board takes up a lot of time and work. I've never had to work so hard to keep deals and clients and stuff together. But that also means that I don't have the time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have the time to feel bad about what's coming out with every month's market stats. Because I continue to look down, look at what I'm doing, and grow. If I can do it, you can do it too. So this is the time right now, when we're in a market like this, to work on yourself, to work on your business, create your tribe and group of people. Just continue learning, guys, because this is what it's all about. Took me 3 years to realize that we were out of the recession last time. We're out of it. Right now. The bottom of the market was 3 months ago. And if you are not actively working and engaged, you're not going to know until next year. The market has changed. We have hope back. And sometimes hope, or a 24-hour period, that's all it takes.